I'm Andrea. Thanks for joining me today, Crafty Little Things. This is my weekly Christmas card. You might know, you might not know that I'm part of a group called the Joy of Sets on Facebook, which is a fab group, and they have all sorts of challenges and things. And this, just recently we were set a challenge to sort of add a Christmas card to the Christmas card album. I can't remember if we were challenged to do one a week or one a month, or I can't remember, but I took up the challenge to do one a week anyway. So this is my third one. There's a playlist with my 2018, I'm 10 years behind myself, my 2018 Christmas card creations, if you like. I'm not a card maker, I'm new to this, so I'm just sort of making it up as I go along, trial and error kind of person, and I find inspiration where I can. I make 3D projects more than cards, but I do like cards. Give me inspiration sometimes to make 3D projects, so I do like to dabble. Anyway, so this card, as you've seen, is a cute one really, and it's using some retired stuff and some not retired stuff. One of the things I just want to check out is what colour cardstock I'm using here, because I think it's grey granite. I think it's one of the new, yeah, it's grey granite. I just want to check that. And I'm using some retired things, as I always do, because I think lots of people will have your Christmas stash is the stuff you tend to hold on to because you use it for such a limited period. So I'm assuming that other people hold on to their Christmas stash as well, and so that people want to see that stuff being used still. I don't have a sales focus for Stampin' Up at all. I'm what they call a hobby demonstrator, which means that I am a demonstrator in that I get discounts and things like that, but I don't sell to anybody because, quite frankly, it just doesn't work for me doing that. So I'm just sort of doing my demonstrations for fun really, and for the love of sharing things. If you did want to buy anything that I was using, then anything that's retired that I'm using, that means that Stampin' Up don't stock it in their current stocks. You can always have a look and see if it's on the clearance rack, and I will tell you if I know it's on the clearance rack at Stampin' Up. And you can also look on resale sites such as eBay. There's Facebook groups with people selling their Stampin' Up stuff. So there's lots of ways you can still get stuff if you see something you like and you haven't, and it is retired. If it's current, of course, then you can go to a Stampin' Up demonstrator, go to Stampin' Up and type in your location, and it'll tell you your nearest Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I'd always advocate using your nearest Stampin' Up demonstrator because it's nice to have someone local and handy. Card base measures is a 4x6, so it was 8 inches, which is 20.3 centimetres, scored at 4 inches, which is 10.2 centimetres, and folded, and then it measured 6 inches the other way, which is 15.2 centimetres. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just burnish the score line. And then what I got was a piece of basic black, and this measures 5 5/8 by 3 3/4. So that's 14.9 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres, and that's just going to go onto the card there. But I'm just going to make a little bit of a starry sky on this black. So what I wanted to do was just get some, you could use a fine tip pen if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rest of these dimensionals today. So I'm just going to pop some Tombow onto there. So just squirted a bit of Tombow on, and I'm just going to use my skewer. I always have a skewer in my kit, and I'm just going to dip it in, and I'm just going to dot it around to create my night sky. Right, so then my brick wall is going along there. Now my brick wall was made using, again, this is a retired folder. I'd wanted this for ages. I got it and it retired like the next week. In fact, I think it came, I had an order that came after the retirement list went out and most of the stuff in it had retired. So yeah, I just embossed using a Big Shot a little piece of the new Smoky Slate cardstock, and this measures 5 3/4 by 1 3/4, so that's 14.6 by 4.5, and that's going to go across here. But I'm going to pop my little guys behind it, and then I took a small stitch shaped framelit, the square one, which is current, and I used the retired What's of Occasions stamp set 'cause I love it, and I just heat embossed in white, merry and bright on there. You don't have to heat emboss it if you don't want to. You can do whatever you like. We can start ordering from next week, from next Wednesday, from the autumn winter catalogue, and this is why I'm using sort of more retired stuff, because there's stuff in there, Christmas stuff in there that I must buy. So I do have current Christmas stuff, but sometimes, like I said, it's nice to use the retired stuff. So I'm going to put that on with dimensionals as well. Now the little hats are going to go behind the wall. Now you can either attach them to the wall or you can attach them to the card stock. I'm going to attach mine to my wall with a little bit of glue. I'm just going to stick that on using dimensionals. It's supposed to look like Santa and his elf, like sneaking along behind a wall at night. Right, whether it does or not, I don't know. It does to me. I'd know what it was, but then I made it, so. Right, so the hats then. I use this retired set, which is Jolly Friends, which comes with a punch. And I managed to pick this up myself from resale for, I can't remember, it was really cheap though. All I did for the Santa one was I used real red ink and I printed out this solid colour hat, and then I stamped out this trim and this pom-pom, just using the real red to give an edge to sort of contrast with that, and I used it on Very Vanilla, and then obviously I punched it all out. And then for the elf one I used this one and Old Olive, and I used this trim and the little pom-pom there. And I was going to use my stamping blends, stamping rights, and I was going to colour in this red, but I decided against it. And I thought I'm just going to leave it really simple and really lovely like that. So yeah, that's it. That's my card. If you wanted to just go over the mortar in here, just to make it look a little bit darker, what you could do is just do that. Sometimes I do that just with a pencil. I have some ribbon here, but I was going to put ribbon on it, but I thought where would be appropriate to put the ribbon? It just doesn't go with the theme, does it at all? So I'm leaving it at that. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Ooh, got my bone folder stuck to my elbow. And I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.